Alright, testing audio, testing movement. One more try. Okay, looks like we're good. Hello everyone, this is Gundam Ace, aka John Hooper. I'm here with my streaming of Rebellion Secret Game Second Stage. This is a redo of an earlier stream because I had a lot of tech issues last time. So if you were there on the previous stream, I apologize, but it's going to be a retake of that. Hopefully there won't be any issues this time. So last time we left off, we started episode B. And in it, because the game's administrator pointed out Haruna's absence in the briefing sooner, Shuhei and Kogutami went after her, and they ended up teaming up with her, and as a result, Shuhei and Haruna rediscovered their relationship much sooner. Daisuke, Mariko, and Hasane were traveling together, and things were much rougher than they were in episode A, because without Shuhei and Kogutami to keep things calm. Yui did not run into Yuna because Yuna was delayed by Haruna. And Tsukasa ended up asking the administrator the big questions that Shuhei did last time, so this time Tomi is teamed up with Tsukasa as her master. Well, everything else, the other groups are more or less the same so far, so let's see how it plays out from here. So, without further ado, 1 second. Alright, here we go. Soon, after the sun had set over the western mountains and night had blanketed the game field. Sheesh, what a hell of a first day. Yuna Todo heaved a deep sigh, with fatigue suddenly weighing down on her shoulders as she walked through the dark forest. In the end, she only encountered 3 players today. But even though the trigger for the second stage could be pulled at any minute, she failed to capture any of them. Yet she had persevered and continued looking for players, but even after all this time, she wasn't having much luck. All she found was a Liu Yendao that come with the supply she unearthed a short while back. Seriously, this thing's heavy as hell and it's not going to use it, so I guess I should just throw it away? Yuna began thinking a way to get rid of the sword while also ensuring it rained out of others' hands. Just then, an upsetting gale suddenly dashed by her and snatched the blade right out of her hand. What? What the hell was that? Yuna turned to the gale in confusion. She saw a small back running toward the forest, the sword in hand. A wolf? For a moment, that possibility crossed Yuna's mind, but it was clearly a human. Hey, hold it right there! Wait! Afterwards, a reply came from the darkness. You said you were going to throw it away, so I took it. Rest assured, I vow to put this blade to good use. The footsteps grew fainter and fainter. Put to good use? Hey, wait! You're not getting away! Yuna immediately gave chase. But though her pursuit continued all the way until midnight, In the end, Yuno's first day was a wasted effort. Hatsune! 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 On that day, many fans had come to see Hatsune. She'd gained popularity after appearing as a regular on a TV show for kids, and finally released her first single like she'd always dreamed of. Hatsune! 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 The sea of fans called Hatsune's name. She had been showered with their enthusiasm in the dazzling stage lights. It was on that day where she held her first handshake event that Hatsune Ando became a bona fide idol. Day 2.
Chan, Hatsune-chan. なあ、Hatsuneちゃん、起きてくれってば。
Hey, wake up, Hatsune. Awakened by the sensation of someone rocking her shoulders, Hatsune opened her eyes to discover the glamorous world she'd been in was nowhere to be found. Instead, she could vaguely make out wetted wooden walls and floors through the darkness. Sorry guys, 1 second. Hold on. Sorry, okay, I'm back now. Huh? Where am I? Where did all the fans go?
おいおい、Hatsuneちゃん。こんな時に寝ぼけんのはなしだぜ。
Hey now, there's no time to be sleep talking, Hatsune. Oh, Daisuke? That's right. I was grabbed and forced to play that game. The mountain of bodies next to the conference room. The arrow that had come out of nowhere, cutting Mariko's leg. Hatsune trembled in the darkness as she remembered all that.
大丈夫だって、Hatsuneちゃん。
It's okay, Hatsune.
Hatsuneちゃんは俺がきっちり守ってやるからさ。
I won't let anything happen to you. Count on it. Daisuke gave her a kind smile. Hatsune returned the smile and nodded. Daisuke had been very nice to her since the day before. But why'd you wake me up so early? Did something happen?
静かに。マリコに気づかれちまうだろ。
Shh! Be quiet. I don't want to wake up Mariko. Huh?
マリコがどうかしたですか？まさか容体が悪化したとかですか？
Did something happen to Mariko? Don't tell me she's taking a turn for the worst. It was Hatsune who had treated and bandaged a deep gash in Mariko's leg. She'd never done something like that before, so the fear that she'd screwed up blew away whatever languor remained.
違うって。マリコの傷なんて心配する必要はねえよ。
No, you don't have to worry about Mariko's leg.
でも大変なんだ、Hatsuneちゃん。これを見てくれよ。
But we're in trouble. Take a look at this. Those words Daisuke took out are the device that Hatsune had grown quite familiar with over the last day. Your PDA? What about it?
これは俺の PDA じゃない。マリコの PDA だ。
No, it's not my PDA. It's Mariko's. Huh?
ほら、マリコだけが俺たちに特殊機能を明かしてなかっただろ。そんなの絶対不公平だと思ってさ。
Remember how Mariko refused to tell us her special function? I thought that wasn't fair.
だから寝ているうちにちょっと拝借したんだけど。
So I borrowed it while she was sleeping. Borrowed it from her while she was sleeping.
そうしたら、ほら。
And look what I found. Mariko Ueno, player number Ace. Clear condition. Don't spend more than 3 hours separated from your designated partner. Special function. Detonate a designated collar for player within 2 meters.
首輪を爆破って初音たちがしているこの首輪のことですか？
Detonated collar? They mean the ones we're wearing?
なあ、びっくりするだろ。
See? Isn't that a surprise?
マリコのやつ、いつも自分が正しいみたいなことを言っておきながら、こんなあっぶねえ特殊機能を隠し持っていたんだぜ。
Mariko's been talking big like she's never wrong, while hiding a dangerous function like this from us.
なあ、これってどう思う？
What do you think of that? Well, but...
ああ、わかる。わかるよ、初音ちゃん。マリコを信じたいっつその気持ちはさ。
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Hatsune. I know you want to trust Mariko.
でも、よーく考えてみてごらんよ。
But really think about it.
俺たちが一生懸命このゲームで生き残ろうとしてた時に、マリコは俺たちのために何かしてくれたか？
What did Mariko do to us when we were working our butts off to survive this game?
確かにマリコは初音たちが何かするたびにずっと怒ってばかりいたのです。
You're right. She'd always get mad at us whenever we did anything.
だろ？
Right?
だから俺たちに特殊機能のことを黙ってたのだってさ。きっといざという時に俺たちを殺そうと思っていたからなんだよ。
She must have kept her special function a secret because she's planning on killing us if things don't go her way.
でもマリコもさすがにそこまでは。
But I don't think she'd go that far.
なんだよ、初音ちゃん。俺じゃなくてマリコの方を信用するっての？
What's with you? You trust Mariko more than me?
そういうわけではないのですが。
No, it's not like that. It's just...
あ、そう。じゃあもういいわ。
Oh, so that's how it is. Fine, I get it. Huh?
せっかく助けてやろうと思ったのに。そんなにマリコと一緒にいたいなら好きにすればいいんじゃねえの？
I was gonna save you, but if you want to stay with Mariko so bad, then knock yourself out. Daisuke rose to his feet and headed for the exit.
じゃあね、初音ちゃん。
Bye, Hatsune.
俺は初音ちゃんの首輪がマリコに爆破されないことを祈っているよ。
I hope Mariko doesn't blow your collar to Kingdom Come.
待つです大輔。
Wait, Daisuke.
やっぱり初音も大輔と一緒に行くことに決めたです。
I've made my mind. I'm coming with you.
よっしゃ。
Great.
だったら早く支度しなよ。マリコだっていつまでも寝てるとは限らないんだからさ。
Then hurry up and get your stuff. Mariko's not gonna be snoozing off forever.
はいです。
Right. Two hours later, when the sun's rays were breaking through the forest, Hatsune followed Daisuke into a small shed he'd found past a mountain trail.
お、いいじゃんいいじゃん。
Yeah, this'll do.
さあ、初音ちゃん、ちょっくらここで休んでいこうぜ。
Okay, let's take a little break, Hatsune. But Hatsune, seized with unease, hadn't said a word for a while now.
どったの、初音ちゃん。
Something wrong, Hatsune?
大輔。
Daisuke?
ん？
Yeah? Daisuke looked curiously at Hatsune. She hesitated for a moment, then spoke in a timid voice.
やっぱり初音はマリコのことが心配になってきてしまったのです。
I'm sorry, but I can't help it. I'm too worried about Mariko.
は
Huh?
だってマリコのクリア条件は3時間以上離れずに指定したパートナーと行動するだったです。
Mariko's clear condition says she couldn't be away from her designated partner for more than 3 hours, right?
もしマリコが今も一人だったとしたら、あと1時間できっと首輪が爆発してしまうのです。
If she's still alone, then her car's gonna blow up in another hour.
いやー、そりゃそうだけどさ。
Well, that's true.
でもそんなの初めから分かってたことじゃんか。
Didn't you know that from the beginning?
はいです。でもあの時はマリコがどうしても怖くて。でも冷静になって考えてみると、
Well, yeah. But I was so scared of Mariko back then. After I calmed down and started thinking clearly, though.
怖くなってきちゃったっつうのかよ。自分たちのせいでマリコが死ぬんじゃないかって。
You got scared? You started thinking it'd be our fault if Mariko died?
はいです。
Yes.
たく仕方ねえな。
Oh, brother.
でも安心しなよ、初音ちゃん。たとえマリコが死んだとしても、それは俺たちのせいじゃないんだからさ。
But don't worry, Hatsune. Even if Mariko dies, we won't be the ones in the wrong. Huh?
初音ちゃんさ、カルネアデスの板って知ってる？
Hatsune, have you heard the plank of Carneades?
カルネアデスですか？
Carneades?
そう。昔の哲学者にそういう名前の人がいるんだけどさ、そのおっさんがこんな問題を作ったんだ。
Right. That was the name of a philosopher from long, long ago. That geezer came up with this problem.
ある日、船が難破して2人の船員が海に投げ出されました。
Let's say that one day, a boat capsized and throws 2 sailors out to sea.
そこへ1枚の板が流れてきます。でもその板につかまれるのは1人だけでした。
A single plank of wood is floating in the water, but only one person can hold on to it.
そこで船員の1人はもう1人を溺死させて、自分だけ助かっちゃったんだけど。
So one of the sailors lets the other sailor drown to save himself.
さて、初音ちゃんに問題です。この船員は罪に問われるべきでしょうか？
Now then, here's the question. Should that first sailor be tried for murder?
やっぱり自分だけ助かろうとするのはいけないことだと初音は思うでしょう。
Well, I don't think it's right to save only yourself.
初音ちゃんはそう思うんだ。
So that's what you think, huh?
でもどっちみち1人しか生き残れない状況だったんだぜ。
But you know, only one person can survive in that situation.
それにその人にはどうしても生き残らなきゃいけない深い理由があったとしたら？
Also, what if that first sailor had a real serious reason that meant he had to survive, no matter what it took?
初音にはどっちが正しいのかわからないのです。
Then, I don't know which is right.
そう、実はそうなんだよね。誰にも答えなんてわからない。
Exactly. That's correct. No one knows how to answer it.
だからこういう場合は緊急避難って言って法律でも罪に問わないことになってるんだ。
That's why situations like these are called necessities that can't be tried by law.
そうなのですか？
Huh? Really?
ああ、これがカルネアデスの板に対して人類が出した答えなんだよ。
Yep. That's the answer mankind came up with for the plank of Carneades.
なあ初音ちゃん、この話ってさ、今の俺たちの状況と似てると思わないか？
So what do you think, Hatsune? Doesn't that sound a lot like our current situation?
俺たちは今わけのわからないゲームに参加させられている。誰かを蹴落とさないと生き残れるかどうかわからない。
Right now, we're being forced to play this crazy game. We might not be able to survive without knocking some others to the curb.
なんせクリアできなきゃ首輪がボンだからね。
After all, if we don't win, our calls will go boom.
だからさ、 緊急避難の観点から考えても、たとえマリコがゲームオーバーになったとしても、俺たちは何も悪くねえのさ。
So you think there's a necessity that even if Mariko loses, it's not our fault.
大体悪いのは俺たちじゃなく、このゲームを運営している連中じゃん。
I mean, the real ones that follow those administrators, right?
俺たちがつけてるこの首輪だって連中に勝手にはめられたわけだし。
They're the ones who put these collars on us.
それはそうですか。
Well, maybe, but still. Perhaps Daisuke was right. If Mariko did die, then perhaps the blame lay with the administrators who'd forced them all to play this game. However,
でも初音はやっぱりマリコが心配なのです。
I'm sorry, but I'm still worried about her.
おいおい初音ちゃん、なんでこれだけ言ってもわかんねえんだよ。マリコに殺されちまうかもしんねえっつうのにさ。
Seriously? You still don't get it after everything I've said? Mariko could kill us, you know?
でも
But
大輔はここにいるといいのです。初音はやっぱりマリコのところに戻ることにしたのです。
you can stay here. I decide I'm gonna go back to Mariko. Hasane tried to rush out of the shed, but Daisuke grabbed her.
たく、せっかく苦労してここまで連れてきたんだから行かせるかっつーの。
You really think I'm gonna let you go after all the trouble I've gone through to bring you here? Huh?
おらよ。
Before Hasane understood what happened, she crashed face up on the floor. Confused, she looked up at Daisuke in bewilderment.
いいねその顔。
That's the kind of face I want to see.
大輔。
なになに、もしかして驚いちゃった？
Oh man, you're actually surprised? The situation was beyond Hatsune's comprehension. But Daisuke looked away from Hatsune, his voice rising with glee when he spotted something lying on the floor.
お、いいもん見っけ。
Nice! What a find! Daisuke picked up a straw rope lying on the ground. A moment later, his head shot like he just gotten a good idea.
よし決めた。俺ってマジで決めました。
Okay, I've made up my mind. For real.
ほらさ、説明会で運営の人が言ってたろ。このゲームは基本的に何をしても自由だって。
Remember what the administrator said back at the briefing? We're basically free to do whatever the hell we want in this game.
だから俺、今から初音ちゃんをここで飼うことに決めたよ。
So I've decided to make this your doghouse.
何を言っているのですか？
What are you talking about?
だから初音ちゃんは今から俺のペットになるんだって。
It's like I said. You're gonna be my pet from now on.
うわー、俺マジですっげえ楽しくなってきたかも。
God, I've never felt a rush like this before.
つうわけで初音ちゃん、ちょっとおとなしくしてないよ。ささっと縛ってあげるからさ。
Get it now? Then be a good girl for your master. I'm gonna tie you up now. Daisuke closed in on Hatsune, straw rope in hand. His lips were curled into a truly sickening grin. Hatsune denied what she was seeing with all her being.
嘘なのです。大輔はきっと初音をからかっているのです。
You're lying! You're just playing a prank on me, right? Right?
初音は知っているのです。大輔は優しい人だって。
You're a nice person! I know that!
だから大輔がそういうことを本気でするはずがないのです。
You're not the kind of person who could do something like this!
ほんとバカだな初音ちゃんは。
God, you are so dumb, Hatsune.
初音ちゃんが俺の何を知ってるっつうのさ。
Just what the hell do you know about me?
俺ってこう見えて結構臨機応変タイプなんだよね。万能タイプっつうかさ。
Despite how I look, I'm actually the type to go with the flow, you know? Jack of all trades and all that.
だから安心しなよ。ちゃんと可愛がってやるからさ。
So don't worry, I'm gonna give you plenty of love. Daisuke finally reached Hatsune. All she could do was cower in fear and confusion.
できたできた。
All done.
さてと、そういやそろそろ腹減ってきたな。初音ちゃんもそうじゃね？
Now then. Oh yeah, come to think of it, I'm getting hungry. You too, right?
よっしゃ、ここは一丁初音ちゃんのために餌を持ってきてやんねえとな。
Okay then. I'm gonna go get you some grub.
でもその前に武器が欲しいところだけど。
I'd like to bring along a weapon just to be safe.
ま、とりあえずはこれでいっか。
Well, I guess this'll do for now. Daisuke took the screwdriver out of his pocket and left Hatsune with a smile. Soon enough, the shed grew silent. Hatsune sat there crying. This has to be some kind of mistake. This guy's just messing around with me. That has to be it. I won't believe this. The sensation of the rope around her wrist was all too real. As Hatsune sobbed away in the shed, Masaki Kurokawa, who had woken up a few minutes earlier, was searching the woods for cubes to get a memory chip so he could find some breakfast.
そうだ、黒川君。民家や小屋を重点的に調べてみるっていうのはどうかな。
You know, Kurokawa, why don't we try focusing our search on houses and huts?
Huh?
Huh? Kurokawa raised an eyebrow at that shrill voice. Irritated with hunger, he turned toward his slave, Mitsuru, who twitched at Kurokawa's glare.
あ、いや、
Oh, I mean...
昨日からいちいちビクつきやがって。いい加減慣れろっつうんだよ、てめえはよ。
You twitch like a bitch whenever I talk, you know that? Get used to it already, for fuck's sake.
ごめん。
Sorry.
で
So?
え
Huh?
てめえこのふざけてんのか？さっきの発言の根拠を言えっつうんだよ。
You screwing with me? Tell me why you think we should search those places. Mitsuru had told Kurokawa he'd heard about this game from urban legends on the internet. He'd managed to figure out how cubes and memory chips work based on that limited information. His deductive abilities truly were something to behold. A usable slave. That's what Kurokawa thought of Mitsuru. But it didn't change the fact that his cowardly personality annoyed him.
おい、てめえ何黙ってくれてんだよ。ぶっ飛ばされてんのかこの野郎。
Hey, what's with the silent treatment? You wanna get punched, you little shit?
あ、言うよ、言うってば。
I'll talk!
僕が民家や小屋を調べた方がいいって言ったのは、その方が他のプレイヤーと遭遇する確率が高くなると思うからなんだ。
I said we should search the house and huts, because I think we'll have better chances of finding other players around them.
ほら、僕らプレイヤーはいきなりこんな場所に連れてこられて、みんな山での行動には慣れていないはずだろ。
All us players were brought here against our will, so most of us aren't used to traveling in the mountains, right?
だから僕らみたいに外で夜を明かしたプレイヤーは多分少ないはずなんだ。
So I don't think there's many players like us who slept outside. Oops, sorry.
PDA のマップを見る限り人が住める状態かどうかはわからないけどいろんな建物があるみたいだし。
I can't tell if the buildings are in any habitable shape from what I can tell on the map, but there seems to be a fair amount of them.
なるほどな。だからてめえはそういう場所で休んでいる連中を探して何もかんも奪えっつうんだな。
I see. So you're saying we should look there for people who are resting and steal their shit?
奪う？
Steal?
ああ、違うっつうのかよ。
Huh? You're saying I'm wrong?
いや、もちろん奪うでも構わないんだけど交渉で済ませられるならそれはそれで構わないわけで。
No, of course I don't mind if we steal. It's just, wouldn't it be better to negotiate if we can?
バカって。
Are you a dumbass?
交渉とかそんなもんくだらねえっつうんだよ。
Negotiating's for pussies who ain't got the balls.
だけど
But,
ああ？てめえなんか文句あんのかよ。
huh? You gonna complain?
いや別に。
No, of course not.
うぞら。
Quit your bitching and get moving. Kurokawa took the lead and started heading out of the forest. And before long...
二人が出て行ったのはいつなの？
Exactly when they leave?
私あとどれくらい？
How much time do I have left?
あ
Huh? Kurokawa instinctively stopped when he heard a girl crying from a shed he'd found.
黒川くんあそこに誰かいるみたいだね。
It sounds like someone's in there, doesn't it?
うるせえな。てめえ何分かりきったこと言ってやんねん。もしかしてビビってんのか？
No fucking shit, Sherlock. You think I can't hear? Or are you scared?
いやでもほら近くに仲間とかいるかもしれないし。
No, it's just... What if she has friends nearby?
アホか。だったら好都合だっつうんだよ。
How dumb are you? That makes things even better for us. Kurokawa smirked and entered the shed with gun in hand.
動くな、こら。
Don't move a fucking muscle.
誰なの？
Who's there?
黙れ、余計な口聞くんじゃねえ。
Shut up. I'll be doing the talking here. Kurokawa raised the firing hammer with that declaration. That was enough to make the girl freeze completely still.
そうそう、それでいいんだ。
Good. Now that's more like it.
殺すないで。
Don't kill me.
そいつはてめえ次第だな。
That one's in your hands.
食料、武器、メモリーチップ。なんでもいいから全部俺によこしやがれ。じゃねえとてめえ。
Fork everything you have over. Food, memory, weapons, memory chips, anything. Otherwise, I'm gonna... Hmm? Kurokawa suddenly noticed the girl's PDA lying at her feet. His lips curved into a smile at the sight of his target.
おい女、てめえその PDA を俺に見せろ。
Hey, bitch! Show me your PDA!
それはダメよ。できないわ。
That's... No! I can't do it!
ああ？てめえこの状況分かってんのか？頭弾かれてからじゃ後悔すらできねえんだぞこら。
Huh? You think you're in any fucking position to say no? One flick of my finger and you won't even have time to regret it. You hear me?
でも
But...
ああそう。じゃあ死ね。
Okay, then die.
分かったから。
Alright, I'll do it! The girl gave him to Kurokawa's threats and hastily reached for her PDA. Oops. But the moment she touched it...
ああ？てめえ何止まってんだよ。
Huh? Why the hell did you stop?
あなた銃を捨てなさい。
Put your gun down.
は
The hell?
銃を捨てないとあなたの首輪を爆破するわよ。
If you don't put your gun down, I'll detonate your collar.
あ首輪を爆破するだ
The fuck was that? Detonate my collar?
なめたこと言ってやがると
You think I'm gonna fall for that shit? But just then, Mitsuru cut in.
黒川君、
だよミツル何邪魔してくれてんだよ
The hell's it now, Mitsuru? You trying to get in my way?
違うんだよ。その子の言ってることは本当なんだ。
No, that girl's not bluffing.
あ
Huh?
彼女の特殊機能は半径2メートル以内にいるプレイヤーの首輪を指定して爆発させるなんだ。
Her special function allows her to detonate a collar for choice within 2 meters.
そして黒川君は今その効果範囲内にいる。
And you're right in her range. What? Mitsuru's PDA was the Joker. It was a unique PDA that had the power to change to any PDA within 10 meters. So Mitsuru wasn't lying. By then, the girl's finger was already on the PDA's button.
おいミツルてめえなんでそういうことをもっと早くに言わねえんだよ
Hey Mitsuru, why the fuck didn't you say that sooner?
ごめん、先にクリア条件を確認してたから。その
Sorry, I checked her clear condition first, so...
いいから早く銃を捨ててよ。本当に爆破するわよ。
Hurry up and drop your weapon! I really will detonate it! You fucking bitch! For a moment, Kurokawa was tempted to just pull the trigger. But the recoil will just cause the girl to hit the button anyway. Fine.
ほら行けよ
Go. Now. Huh?
どっか行けって言ってんだよこのクソバが
I said go, you fucking bitch! Startled by Kurokawa's shout, the girl ran out of the shed as fast as she could. Kurokawa watched her flee for a little while. And spoke to Mitsuru.
おいミツルあいつのクリア条件は何だ
Hey Mitsuru, what's your clear condition?
3時間以上離れずに指定したパートナーと行動するだったけど。
It's... Don't spend more than 3 hours separated from your designated partner.
そのクリア条件はあんな危険な特殊機能を持った女とずっと一緒にいろっつうのかよ
The hell kind of condition is that? The fuck would stay so long with someone with a special function that deadly?
いらねえなあの女は
We don't need her.
え
Huh? Kurokawa ignored Mitsuru, picked up the gun, and suddenly left the cabin. The girl hadn't gone too far. It seemed her leg was injured.
黒川君、一体何を。
Kurokawa, what are you doing?
あいつは俺の奴隷にはなれねえだったらなんだ俺の敵ってことだろう
She can't be my slave. So that makes her my enemy now, doesn't it?
なだったらよ今のうちに排除しとかねえとな
I gotta take care of her before she becomes a problem, right? Kurokawa pulled the trigger at those words. The girl dropped to the ground. At the sound of that roar. She quickly got back up on her feet and started making a break for the woods.
クソ甘が俺を脅しやがったことを後悔させてやるぜ
Bet you wish you hadn't threatened me now, bitch!
なかなか当たんねえもんだなおい
The fuck? How am I having so much trouble hitting her for? Kuroko only had one shot left. Determined to make the killing blow this time, he carefully lined up his Colt Python sight at the girl's back. And right then...
やめなよ黒川君。もし当たっちゃったらきっと大変なことに。
Kuroko, stop! If you hit her, something horrible will happen, I know it!
Huh?
Huh? Kurokawa froze when he heard Mitsuru's plea, and he looked the meek boy right in the eye. Hot blood rushed to his head as he processed the words his slave just said.
もしかして今俺に指図しやがったか
Mitsuru, did you just fucking order me? Huh?
指図しやがったよな。てめえは俺の奴隷になったはずなのによ。
You just ordered me around. Ain't you supposed to be my slave?
だからそれは。
Oh, but I...
てめえいい度胸してんじゃねえかこの野郎。
You've got some fucking balls, you son of a bitch! Kurokawa punched Mitsuru right in the face, knocking him flat on the ground.
だけ
Fuck's sake.
いいかみつるよく聞いとけ。
Now listen good, Mitsuru.
てめえみてえな力のねえ奴隷はな、ごたごた言ってねえで黙って奴隷らしくしてりゃいいんだよ。
A powerless little slave like you ain't here to bitch. Your job's to shut that trap and do what your master says.
今度クソなめたマネジャーあったら、てめえマジでぶっ殺してやるからな。
You pull this shit again, I swear I'll fucking waste you.
わかったかブンクソが。
You got that, you little shit?
ああ、わかったよ黒川君。
Yeah, I get it, Kurokawa. Kurokawa spat those words out and turned back to the woods. But the bitch who'd made him out to be a punk was no longer there.
こいつめよ。
Fucking hell. The administrators, Majima, that dumbass girl, the bitch, and Mitsuru. Kurokawa was filled with vexation as he thought of all the people making a fool out of him since the game began. However, he stormed into the shed to see if the bitch had left anything useful behind. As Kurokawa was turning his back on the woods, Yuna Todo was running in his direction, having been lured by the sound of gunfire.
ったく朝っぱらからどこのバカよ。
Christ, who's the idiot who decided to screw things up first thing in the morning? Keeping all the players alive. Anyone who tried to get in the way of Yuna's objective was subject to her wrath, no matter the circumstances. But just as her rage-fueled dash was about to lead her out of the forest,
どうして私ばっかりこんな目に。
why does this keep happening to me?
嫌よ。私死にたくない。
No, I don't want to die.
死にたくないよ。
I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Yuna came to a halt when she heard those cries from the other side of the trees.
誰かいないの。
Hey, is anyone there?
お願いだから誰か返事をしてよ。
Please answer me. I'm begging you.
なんか知らないけど、ずいぶん切羽詰まってるみたいね。
I don't know what her deal is, but it sounds like she's at the end of her rope. The voice sounded deranged. Perhaps it wouldn't be a smart move to approach them in that state. But Yuna shook off her hesitation and ran toward the voice. She cut through a grove to get there as quickly as possible. Taking Taking her gun out just to be safe, she lunged out of the thicket. Who's there?
ああ、私は東堂優奈よ。
Oh, me? I'm Yuna Todo.
っていうか、そっちが呼んでたから来たっていうのに、そんな警戒心バリバリな反応はないんじゃない？
And hey, what's with that harsh tone? Is that how you treat someone who came here to answer you? Huh? Wait, did you?
ええ、私はあなたを助けに来たのよ。だからちょっとは落ち着いて。
Yeah, I'm here to help. So calm down a little.
本当に？
Really?
よかった。それじゃ早く。
Oh, thank God! Then hurry up and...
ストップ。
Not so fast. Huh? The girl tried to approach Yuna, but the latter raised her gun, stopping her in her tracks.
念のためよ。不意打ちとかされたくないもの。
I'm just being safe. I'm not in the mood for an ambush.
そんな。お願い。早く。何でもするから。だからお願いだから助けて。もう時間がないのよ。
No, I wasn't. Please, hurry! I'll do anything, so please, I'm begging you! Help me! I don't have any time left!
オーケーオーケー。分かったから落ち着きなさいって。安全だって分かったらちゃんと助けてあげるから。
Okay, I understand, so calm down. Once I know you mean no harm, I'll help you out.
で、時間がないってどういうこと？もしかしてゲームオーバーギリギリって感じなの？
So what do you mean when you say you didn't have any time left? Are you about to lose the game or something?
そうなのよ。私のクリア条件は3時間以上離れずに指定したパートナーと行動するなの。だから。
Yes! My clear condition is don't spend more than 3 hours separated from your designated partner, so...
それで残り時間はあとどれぐらい残ってるわけ？
That right? So how much time you got left?
わからないのよ。だからお願い。
I don't know a thing! So please help me!
わかった。
Alright, got it.
じゃあ PDA をこっちに投げてよこして。操作はこっちでしてあげるから。
And hand over your PDA. I'll set it for you.
どうしたの？時間がないんじゃなかったの？
What's wrong? I thought you didn't have any time.
私がやっちゃダメなの？
Can't I do it?
そんなのダメに決まってるじゃない。そっちにどんな特殊機能があるかわからないってのに。
Of course not. Now I don't even know what kind of special function you have.
でも。
But...
何？もしかしてヤバめな特殊機能なわけ？
What? You got a real scary special function or something?
図星ね。
Guess I hit the nail on the head.
でもちゃんと話した方がいいわよ。じゃなきゃ私だってさすがに危なっかしくてあなたのパートナーにはなれないもの。
Then why don't you tell me? I may be nice, but not nice enough to partner with someone dangerous.
でも私きっとこの特殊機能のことを知られてしまったせいで仲間に置いてきぼりにされちゃったのよ。だから。
Well, my last teammates probably left me because they figured out what my special function is, so...
なるほどね。
I see, so that's why.
でもそれなら安心していいわよ。
But you don't have to worry about that.
私の PDA の特殊機能はね、半径1メートル以内にある PDA を操作不能にするなのよ。
My PDA special function allows me to disable a PDA within a meter.
あなたがそんなにその特殊機能で痛い目を見てるっていうなら私が使えなくしてあげるわ。
If your special function has brought you so much pain, then I'll disable it for you.
あくまで操作不能にするだからクリアにも支障がないはずだしね。
All my special function does is disable your PDA. It shouldn't interfere with winning the game.
そんなことをしたらあなたはずっと私のそばから離れられなくなるんじゃ。
But if you do that, then you'll have to stay with me for the rest of the game, won't you?
あのね、人助けするんだから最後までその人の面倒を見るのは当然でしょ。
Hey, I'm helping you out, remember? You have to be a real asshole not to take care of you until the very end.
だからタイムオーバーになる前に私に PDA を渡しなさいってば。絶対に悪いようにはしないからさ。
So let me have your PDA before time runs out. I won't do anything bad, I swear. Okay. girl nodded and finally held out her PDA. Yuna took it and quickly checked the girl's personal data. Mariko Ueno, player number Ace. Clear condition. Don't spend more than 3 hours separated from your designated partner. Special function. Detonate a designated collar of a player within 2 meters.
なるほどね。確かにこのクリア条件にこの特殊機能じゃ相手に信用してもらうのは大変そうね。
I see. Yeah, it would be pretty tough for someone to trust you long enough to win the game with a function like that, huh?
おっと、ごめん。急がなきゃいけないんだったわね。
Oh, whoops, sorry. Gotta hurry, right? After she noticed Mariko was looking at her with concern, Yuna quickly filled her PDA. She set player number Jack for Mariko's partner, then took out her own PDA and activated her special function. When she did, Mariko's PDA, still showing her clear condition player number, stopped responding no matter what button was pressed.
これでよしっと。
Oh, that should do it.
ほら、これならもう安心でしょ。
See? You're safe now, right? You have nothing to worry about now, right? When Mariko handed back her PDA, when Yuna handed back her PDA, Mariko stared at the screen while heaving a huge sigh of relief.
よかった。
Thank God.
ちょっと
Huh? Whoa, careful! The strength left Mariko's knees, but Yuna caught her before she hit the ground. Mariko completely lost consciousness.
いきなりだからびっくりしたわ。
Whew, wasn't expecting that.
まあ、ゲームオーバー寸前だったことを考えれば当然かもしれないけど。
Well, I guess it makes sense though. What if they're almost dying and all? Yuna took a closer look at Mariko and noticed her leg was injured. Though it had been tended to, her wound was now caked with mud for some reason.
この傷、早く消毒した方がいいかもしれないわね。
That doesn't look good. Better disinfect it the next chance I get. Yuna lifted Mariko up and set out for the mountain hut she'd been using as a base since yesterday as fast as she could. When Haruna Hosotani woke up, her body felt quite warm, probably because she'd taken the wash until late last night. As she ate a late breakfast with Shuhei and Kodomi, a most baffling phenomenon unfolded before her very eyes. While Haruna was stuffing her cheeks with canned fish and Shuhei with biscuits, Kodomi was going to town with emergency rice as though she were venting her anger. Judging from the fact Tomi hadn't said a word to Haruna all morning, it seems she was annoyed by her for some reason. As Haruna struggled to comprehend what she'd done to offend her, Kodomi suddenly started choking on something.
もう少しゆっくり食べたらどうなんだ
Kodomi, think you could slow it down a little? Shuhei handed the panicking Kodomi some water. She then took the bottle and drank it with great force. Thanks, Shu. You're welcome.
ことみ、
morning. Why? At her wit's end, Haruna finally decided to ask Kotomi. Kotomi looked away from Haruna at that instant.
怒ってなんかいないもん。
I'm not mad!
いや怒ってるだろ絶対に。
No, she's right. You're definitely mad.
もうしゅうちゃんまで。だから怒ってないってば。
Not you too, Shu! I said I'm not mad!
私は春菜ちゃんがしゅうちゃんの隣で寝てたことなんて全然気にしてないんだから。
I'm definitely not bothered that Haruna slept next to you last night. You hear me?
は
Huh?
お前まさかそんなことを気にしてたのか？
Wait, that's what's been bugging you?
だ
Well, I mean...
あのな琴美、昨日も話したが春菜は俺の。
Kotomi, I thought we went over this yesterday. Haruna is my...
そう周平は私のお兄ちゃん
Right. Shuhei is my brother.
だから昨べは昔が懐かしくなってお兄ちゃんのベッドに潜り込んだだけ。
So last night, I just had the urge to crawl into his bed and snuggle with him, just like old times.
潜り込んだって。
Crawl into his bed?
春菜ちゃん、いくら兄弟だからって許されないことがあるんだからね。
Haruna, don't think they'll allow that kind of thing just because you're brother and sister.
わからない。別にやましいことはしていないはずだけど。
I don't get it. I don't feel like I've done anything to feel bad about.
おい琴美、お前ちょっと落ち着けよ。
Whoa, hey now, chill out, Kotomi.
何よしゅうちゃんまで春菜ちゃんの味方して。
What, so you're taking Haruna's side too?
味方とか敵とかそういう話でもないだろう。
This has nothing to do with sides. Shuhei's bewilderment and Kotomi's anger. When she saw the two of them like that, the last piece of a puzzle she'd been trying to solve for the last day finally clicked in Haruna's head.
ねえ二人とも
Hey guys,
何
what?
二人は恋人同士なの？
Are you two going out?
な
What?
それは
That's...
いやほら俺たちは幼馴染っていうかさ。
No, we've just been friends since we were kids, that's all. Yeah,
じゃあ違うってこと？
so I'm wrong?
それはなあ琴美。
Right, Kotomi? Yeah,
そうなの？
really?
なんだ。それなら琴美が怒ってる理由も理解できるし、お兄ちゃんと琴美ならお似合いの二人だと思ったんだけど。
Oh, and here I thought I'd finally figure out why Kotomi was so mad. You guys look like you make such a nice couple, too.
春菜ちゃん。何？
What?
私の炊き込みご飯少し分けてあげよっか。
Would you like some of my rice?
ほら、缶詰だけじゃお腹膨れないでしょ。
You know, that canned food isn't very filling, right? Sure?
ごめんね、なんか変な態度取っちゃって。
Sorry for acting so weird.
ねえ、しゅうちゃん。
Hey, Shu!
お
Yeah?
春菜ちゃんってよくできた妹さんだね。
Haruna's such a fine sister, don't you think?
ああそうかもな。
Yeah, I guess? Shuhei was baffled by Kotomi's sudden change in tune. Haruna frowned in confusion as she pondered what sort of relationship they could have. What?
今のってノックだよね。
Did someone just knock? The door rocked again as if to answer Kotomi's question.
これってここに誰かが訪ねてきたってこと？
Does this mean that someone came here for us?
ああみたいだな。
Yeah, looks that way.
でもこの小屋の周りにはシュウちゃんとハルナちゃんで罠をたくさん仕掛けたんだったよね。
But how? Didn't you guys set up a lot of traps around the cabin? Haruna said nothing, gulping. Cold sweat rolled down her back from this unexpected turn of events. But the knocks just kept on coming.
ハル、扉は俺が開ける。
Haruna, I'm gonna open the door.
小富は PDA を使って相手のクリア条件を確認してくれ。ハルナは念のため俺の援護を頼む。
Kotomi, use your PDA to find out this person's clear condition. Haruna, you back me up just in case things go south. Okay,
分かった。
got it. Kotomi tapped away at her PDA while Haruna held her crossbow at the ready.
お兄ちゃん気をつけて。
Be careful, big brother.
ああ、分かってる。
Yeah, I will.
開けるぞ。
I'm opening it now. Haruna nodded back, and Shuhei cautiously opened the door. And standing on the other side was...
はあ？
What the?
メイドさん？
Huh? A maid? Shuhei and Kotomi were taken aback by the girl dressed as a maid. But Haruna kept her guard firmly up and addressed the girl in the poignant tone.
あなたは誰？
Who are you?
私、粕谷ひとみと申します。
My name is Hitomi Kasuya.
どうやってここに来たの？
How did you get here?
さて、普通に歩いて参りましたが。
Hmm? I walked. How else?
嘘。途中にいろいろあったはずよ。
Don't play dumb. You should have seen all sorts of stuff on your way here.
ええ、確かにいろいろありましたが、それがどうかなさいましたか？
Yes, now you mention it, I most certainly did. But what of it? Didn't look like the girl was bluffing. She'd probably broken through their safety net without breaking a sweat. Just then, Kotomi spoke as she looked at her PDA.
あ、大丈夫だよ二人とも。
Oh, it's okay, guys.
ひとみさんのクリア条件は12時間以上同じエリアにとどまらないだから、私たちの誰とも競合していないみたい。
Hitomi's clear condition is don't stay in the same area for more than 12 hours. Looks like she's compatible with us.
小富、プレイヤーナンバーはどうなってる？
Kotomi, what's her player number?
あ、2ってなってる。
Oh, it's 2.
そうか。素数か。
I see. So she's a prime number.
兄ちゃん。でもその人は。
But big brother, this girl is... dangerous. However, Shuhei nodded back at Haruna before she could say that. Shuhei carefully chose his next words for Tsutomi.
それで粕谷さんは俺たちに何の用なんだ？
So, what business do you have with us, Kasuya?
ご主人様より皆様をご招待するように仰せつかってまいりました。
I am here to deliver a message from my master. He wishes to invite all of you.
ご主人様？
Your master?
はい、
Yes.
それは誰のことを言ってるんだ？もしかしてゲームの主催者が？
Who are you talking about? Do you mean the game's organizers?
いえ、皆様と同じプレイヤーです。
No. He is a player, much like all of us.
そのプレイヤーの名前は教えてもらえないのか？
Could you tell us their name?
私はそのお方のメイドです。皆様をご招待する以外のご命令を受けておりません。
I am but his humble maid. I received no other orders but to invite all of you.
つまり聞きたいことがあるなら本人と直接会って話してくれっていうわけか。
So long story short, we'll have to meet him face to face if we want to ask any questions, right?
はい、
Correct.
お兄ちゃん。
Big brother. Haruna remonstrated Shuhei for showing interest in his master of Hitomi's. She knew painfully well that misplaced curiosity and the risk of death went hand in hand in this game. Shuhei's face froze as though he caught on to what Haruna was thinking.
残念だけど、ひとみさん。とりあえず一旦引いてくれないか。
I'm sorry, Hitomi. Could I ask you to leave for now?
それはなぜでしょうか。
May I inquire as to why?
名前も要件もわからないんじゃ、こっちも判断のしようがない。戻ってそう、ご主人様本人にも伝えてくれ。
We can't make a decision without knowing who wants us and why. Return to your master and tell him that. Shuei's declaration brought Hitomi to a halt for a second. But right afterwards,
お断りいたします。
I refuse. All Haruna could see were the afterimages of her actions. Before she understood what was happening, Hitomi had grabbed Shuhei's arm, twisting it so hard his bones were creaking.
シュンちゃん、お兄ちゃん。
Big brother! Haruna immediately pulled the crossbow's trigger, firing an arrow through the air. But right before it could pierce Hitomi's shoulder as planned, Hitomi caught the arrow in midair.
おや、これはいけませんね。
Oh no, we cannot be having this now. Hitomi tossed the arrow aside with a serene face. The arrowhead must have grazed her, as there was blood dripping down her palm, and she paid it no heed. A moment later, a beat filled the room. You have fulfilled your clear condition. Congratulations. Haruna's clear condition was to injure 3 or more players. Meaning this must have counted as the third. But at that moment, this announcement was nothing more than noise to Haruna. After Hitomi's nigh inhuman feat just now, she couldn't afford to take her eyes off her for a second. Just then, Hitomi's lips curved into an unstable smile.
そちらの方、そのクロスボウを押してください。
Please drop your crossbow, miss.
あた、もしや逆らうおつもりですか？
Oh? Are you going to refuse?
ならば、この方の腕をへし折りますよ。
Then I shall break his arm.
分かったわ。
Alright. Knowing this girl, she could snap Shuhei's arm like a twig, probably. With that assessment, Haruna reluctantly dropped her crossbow. Hitomi bowed in response, and he continued talking as if the last few seconds never happened.
では皆様、私と一緒に参りましょう。
Now then, come with me.
私のご主人様がお待ちです。
My master is expecting us. And with that, Hitomi turned around and walked off, dragging Shuhei with her. But Haruna and Kotomi didn't have any way to stop her.
さて、どうなるかな。
Now then, what will come of this? Tsukasa Mitsubayashi stood before the traps he'd set and awaited the return of Hitomi, the girl had suddenly become his servant yesterday. Hitomi's special function allowed her to send an email to a PDA within 100 meters. And just 20 minutes ago, the names Shuhei Fujita, Kotomi Fukishi, and Haruna Hosotani showed up on their function. So in order for him to test her efficiency, Tsukasa gave Hitomi a task. Bring those 3 here. I'd like to negotiate with them. Knowing Hitomi's abilities, she'd likely have no trouble bringing them back. The question was how she would. So when he heard several people descending the mountain, Scalza looked their way, only for his worst fears to be confirmed.
やっぱりね。
I figured. Hitomi bowed respectfully to Scalza, her arms still locked around Shuhei's. Kotomi and Haruno are not far behind.
お待たせしました、ご主人様。仰せの通り、皆様を連れてまいりました。
Thank you for your patience, Master. I have brought you the 3 you asked for, as ordered.
ああ、はい、ご苦労様。
Oh, right. Good work.
司
ご主人様ってもしかして司くんのことだったの？
Huh? Wait, so Hitomi's master was Scalza?
ということはこれは全部あなたの差し金。
Which means you put her up to all this?
予想通りの展開だね。
This went just as I expected.
確かにご主人様は僕で命令したのも僕だけど。
I am indeed her master, and I gave her the order. However,
瞳、今すぐその人の手を離して。
Hitomi, let go of him. Now.
ですが、
Huh? But Master,
僕は彼らと交渉したいと言ったよね。
I thought I told you I wanted to negotiate with them.
それなのにどうして彼らに不信感を持たれるような方法を選んだの？もしかしてそこまで考えが及ばなかったとか？
So why'd you choose to act in a way that would only foster mistrust amongst them? Do you mean to tell me you failed to consider the consequences of your actions?
申し訳ありません。
My sincerest apologies.
分かったならすぐに行動を。
If you understand, then let go of him already.
はい。
Yes, Master. Shamed by Scalza's words, Hitomi hastily let go of Shuhei's arm.
お兄ちゃん、
Big brother!
しゅうちゃん大丈夫？
Shu, are you okay?
ああ、大丈夫だ。
Yeah, I'm fine. Shuhei shot Scalza a resentful glare. Exasperated by his servant's actions, Scalza took his guest's feelings into consideration as he chose his next words carefully.
ご迷惑をおかけしました。こちらの指示が甘かったようで。
I apologize for the trouble she's brought you. It seems I should have been more specific with my orders.
甘かったでは済まないわ。もう少しでお兄ちゃんは腕を折られるところだったのよ。
That's not going to cut it. Your maid here almost broke his arm.
だから今謝りましたよね。
I know. And that's why I apologize, see?
謝って済む問題じゃ。
You think an apology will...
春菜、落ち着け。俺のことはもういいから。
Haruno, stop. Calm down, drop it. Well, well.
なんだ？
What?
いえ、かなりひどいことされた割には意外に冷静なんだなと思いまして。
Oh, nothing. I'm merely surprised at how calm you are, considering you're the victim in this scenario.
感情的になってたら話が一つも前に進まないだろ。
We'd never get anywhere if I got emotional, would we?
それにお前が俺たちと交渉したいと言ったんだ。その内容も聞かずに争うなんて、そんなのは不毛なことだ。
And besides, you say you want to negotiate, right? It'd be counterproductive to start a fight without hearing what you have to say.
ええ、その通りです。
Indeed, you put it quite succinctly.
説明会を途中で抜けたくらいだからもっと感情的な人かと思ってましたけど、なんか誤解だったみたいですね。
I believe you to be a more emotional person, seeing how you left the briefing and all. But it would appear I'm miscalculated.
そうなって叱るべき理由が彼女との間にあったのではと勘ぐりますが。
I assume you did that because there's something between you and her?
ノーコメントだ。
No comment on that.
でしょうね。まあお兄ちゃんと呼ばれている時点で想像はできますけど。
I figured you'd say that. Well, she did call you Big Brother, so I imagine I can wager a guess.
それで
お前が俺たちに交渉したいことっていうのは何なんだ？
So, what do you want to negotiate with us?
そうですね。できればそちらの3人のゲームの進捗率を教えていただけるとありがたいのですが。
Right. If possible, I'd be grateful if you and your group told me how close you are to winning this game.
進捗率？
How close we are to winning this game?
ああ、大体のパーセンテージを言っていただければ結構ですよ。別にクリア条件を聞こうって言うんじゃありませんから。
Oh, all you have to do is give me a rough percentage. That'll be enough. I won't ask for your clear conditions or anything.
見返りは？
And in exchange,
メモリーチップ5枚でどうですか？
how's 5 memory chips sound?
ずいぶんこっちに有利な条件だな。
Those are rather favorable conditions you're offering.
ええ、ご迷惑をおかけしたお詫びも兼ねていますので。
Yes. As an apology for the trouble I've caused you.
差し詰め俺たちがクリア条件を達成するかどうかがお前のクリア条件に絡んでいるといったところか。
I take I can deduce from all this that your clear condition has to do with whether or not we accomplish ours.
どうでしょう。それは想像にお任せします。
Does it now? Leave that to your imagination.
どうです？悪い条件ではないと思うのですが。
How about it? I think these are rather fair terms.
いや、悪いがやめておこう。
Sorry, but we'll have to pass.
ちなみに、その理由を聞いてもいいですか？
Incidentally, may I ask for your reasons?
お前にこっちの情報をできるだけ渡したくないからだ。
I'd rather not give you any more information if possible. Shuhei glanced at Hitomi. Tsukasa was truly regretting leaving Hitomi to her own devices.
わかりました。では、ここを去る前に一つだけ忠告を。
I understand. Then allow me to give you a warning before you leave.
このゲームはルール上、何をしても構わないことになっていますが、殺人という手段だけは安易に取らないようにしてください。
The game's rules permit us to do whatever we please, but I must ask that you refrain from carelessly killing someone.
全プレイヤーにとって好ましくない状況が発生する可能性がありますので。
It's possible that might result in a situation most undesirable for all us players.
全プレイヤーにとって好ましくない状況。
What do you mean?
つまり殺人が起きたらこのゲームのルールに変化が起こるというのか。
Are you saying this game's rules will change if someone dies?
へえ、どうしてそう思ったんですか？
Well now, what makes you think that?
俺はこのゲームにずっと違和感を覚えていたんだ。
Something about this game's been fishy to me from the start.
このゲームを運営している連中がどんな背景を持っているのかはわからない。
I don't know what kind of backgrounds people running this thing have.
だが14人もの人間を拉致し、これだけのフィールドを用意しているということは。
But if they've gone so far as to grab 14 people and set up this massive playing field,
連中が俺たちに望むのは多分殺し合いだろう。
they're probably hoping we'll kill each other.
おそらくこのゲームは俺たちの想像も及ばないような金持ちたちが楽しむためのエンターテインメントなんだろう。
This game is likely a form of entertainment for people with riches beyond their wildest dreams to amuse themselves.
そうですね。僕もおおむねそれに同意です。
Yes, that was more or less the same conclusion I came to.
暇と金を持て余した人間の欲求には再現なんてないでしょうからね。
Desires of those with too much time and money on their hands is likely far beyond what we can hope to imagine.
ああ。だがそうなると一つおかしなことがあるんだ。
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, something doesn't add up.
おかしなこと？
And what's that?
俺たちに与えられているクリア条件さ。
Our clear conditions.
プレイヤーの殺し合いを見たがっている割になぜか俺たちのクリア条件には他プレイヤーの殺害が入っていない。
If they want to see the players kill each other so badly, then why don't our clear conditions involve killing one another's?
それはまるで全てのプレイヤーのクリア条件を把握しているかのような発言ですね。
Well, you speak as if you have an idea of all the other players' clear conditions.
そちらが把握しているのは3人分のクリア条件だけのはずでは？
Can you make a claim that bold when you should only know 3 of them?
いや、全員のクリア条件を見なくたってその点についての推測は可能だ。
No. It's possible to come to that conclusion without seeing all the players' clear conditions.
と言いますと
On what grounds?
説明会が始まる前の雰囲気だよ。
The atmosphere before the briefing.
少なくともあの時までは俺もお前も含めて全員が殺し合いを前提としていなかったはずだ。
At the very least, everyone, myself included, was reasonably relaxed until then for a game supposedly about killing people.
じゃなかったらあんな悠長に自己紹介なんてしていなかったはずだろ。
We never would have introduced ourselves so leisurely otherwise, would we?
つまりあそこに集まっていた中に他プレイヤーの殺害が条件に含まれていたプレイヤーは一人もいなかったはずなんだ。
At the very least, sorry, one second. In other words, it's highly unlikely anyone there had a clear condition that involved killing another player.
でもこのままでは運営の連中が求めている展開にはならないだろう。
But if so, the scenario the game's administrators want to see come to pass would never happen, right?
だから俺は全員のクリア条件がより殺し合いを助長する内容にシフトする時がいつか来るだろうと睨んでいたんだ。
So my guess is a time will come when everyone's clear conditions shift to something more suitable for killing.
驚きました。
You truly are a wonder.
何？
Huh?
いえ、本当に感心しているんです。
Oh, don't get me wrong. I am being quite sincere.
このゲームの趣旨を理解し、そこまで論理的に考察する力を持った人間が僕以外にもいるとは思っていませんでしたから。
I just never believed there would be someone else besides me who understood the point of this game and possessed such wondrous skills of deduction.
もし可能なら今からでも手を組みたいぐらいなんですが。
So much so that as late as it is, I'd like for you to team up with me if possible. What do you say?
悪いがそれはできないそうなんだ。
Sorry, but I can't do that. Shuhei looked at Haruno and Kotomi protectively as he gave that answer.
そのようですね。
It would seem not.
では藤田先輩、大変お騒がせしました。
Then allow me to apologize for all the trouble I've caused.
瞳、行くよ。
Hitomi, we're leaving now. Tsukasa's tones as Hitomi was indifferent. He was clearly still displeased at her for ruining his chance of winning Shuhei over. Hitomi bowed regretfully as though she caught on to that.
申し訳ありませんでした、司様。
My sincerest apologies, Master Tsukasa.
私の軽率な行動のせいで大切な交渉事をダメにしてしまいました。
My rash actions caused your critical negotiations to fall through.
ですが、この失態はすぐに挽回いたします。
But I swear I will soon atone for this failure.
ああ、そうだね。でもそれはまたの機会にお願いするよ。
That's good to hear. But save it for another time.
いえ、
No.
今すぐに挽回してみせます。
I shall atone for it now. With those words, Hitomi reached into the shadow of a nearby tree. A moment later, she fired up the object she'd been hiding there with a single action. What the?
司様の交渉に応じなかった以上、彼らは司様に害をなす存在です。
Now that they have rejected your offer, it shall only exist to bring you harm, Master Tsukasa.
彼らをこのまま生きて返すわけには参りません。
They must not be allowed to live any longer.
あれってチェーンソーだよね。
That's a chainsaw, isn't it?
どうしてあんなものを？
No way. Why does she have something like that?
それはもちろん
Because
メイドといえばチェーンソーですから。
where there's maids, there's chainsaws. Tommy grabbed the throttle lever with a smile. The air shook with the vicious roar of the engine.
やばい。
Oh shit!
二人とも逃げろ。
Guys, run! Shuhei stood in front of Hitomi, perhaps hoping to buy time for Haruno and Kotomi. Hitomi mercilessly brandished her chainsaw.
お兄ちゃん！
Big brother!
まずはあなたからです。
Very well. You shall be the first. But right as Hitomi was about to slash Shuhei across from the shoulder, Skulls intervened.
瞳今すぐ攻撃をやめろ
Hitomi, cease your attack this instant!
ですが
But Master! A dissatisfied look appeared on Hitomi's face. But Skulls' stern attitude didn't abate in the slightest.
まさか僕の命令が聞けないっていうの？僕は君のご主人様なんだよね。
Do you mean to tell me you have no intention of following my orders? Wasn't I supposed to be your master?
申し訳ありません
My sincerest apologies. Tell me when pale, she let go of the throttle lever. The noisy hum of the engine died, returning silence to the mountains once more. Skulls suppressed the emotions welling up in his chest and shifted his cold gaze away from Hitomi.
お騒がせしました、藤田先輩。
I apologize for the trouble, Fujita.
それでは失礼します。
Now if you'll excuse us. And with that, they turned their backs to the three of them. Skulls no longer even thought of saying anything to Hitomi. Akinori Majima was headed for a patch of woods that looked just like the rest. Naturally, there was nothing there that indicated it was a boundary. There was nothing but trees. In other words, nothing to block Majima's way. When he got too close to it,
この先はエリア外です。直ちに引き返してください。
you are about to exit the area. Please turn back now.
ここもダメか。
No look here either, huh? Majima stopped when he heard the warning from his PDA. He inspected his surroundings closely and found a small red LED flashing.
カメラ越しに遠隔操作しているのか、それとも首輪に反応するような装置がどこかにあるのかな。どちらにしろ厄介なことだ。
It was remotely controlled by whoever's watching on the cameras, or they built some sort of sensor on these collars. Either way, it's a pain.
この先はエリア外です。直ちに引き返してください。
You are about to exit the area. Please turn back now. After hearing the second warning, Majima reluctantly headed back into the area. And when he did, he heard another female voice.
もう真島さん、いい加減にしましょうよ。
Jeez, Majima, just give up already.
だいたいメモリーチップを探さなくてもいいんですか？それに私、お腹が空きました。
Shouldn't we be looking for memory chips? Besides, I'm hungry.
まったくうるさい女だ。
Good grief, you sure are a loudmouth.
誰もついてこいなんて言っていないだろう。メモリーチップを探すのも食料を探すのもお前の好きにすればいい。
No one asked you to follow me. If you want to look for memory chips or supplies, you can do it yourself.
でもそんなこと言ったってどこを探せばいいのかわかんないんですよ。
You say that, but I wouldn't know where to look for them.
それにメモリーチップを見つけたとしても私の PDA は壊れてるし。
And even if I did find the memory chip, my PDA's broken.
知らん。自分で何とかしろ。
That's not my problem. Deal with that yourself.
もうどうしてそんなひどい言い方するんですか？
Oh, jeez, how can you be so mean?
私昨日あの黒川さんって人が真島さんに拳銃を向けた時に真島さんを助けてあげたじゃないですか。
Didn't I save you when that Kurokawa guy pointed his gun at you yesterday?
あれは別に助けてくれと頼んだ覚えはない。
Well, I don't recall ever asking you to save me.
覚えはなくたってそれが事実じゃないですか。
Whether you recall or not, aren't those the facts?
自分に不都合なことがあるとすぐそうやって睨むんだから。
You always give me that death glare whenever something doesn't go your way.
もういいですよ。わかりました。
Fine, forget it. I get it now.
真島さんはちっとも私のこと考えてくれないし だから私ここから一人で行動することにします。
You don't care about me at all, so I'm gonna go off on my own from now on.
ああ、好きにすればいい。
Sure, do as you will.
本当にいいんですか？私は本気なんですよ。
I mean it, you know? I'm being totally serious.
だから好きにしろと言っている。
And like I said, do as you will.
もう後で寂しくなっても知りませんからね。
Fine, but don't blame me if you start feeling lonely, okay?
真島さんの冷血感。
You're so heartless.
やれ。
Oh, brother.
だが、ようやくこれで静かになる。
But at least it's finally quiet now. Majima didn't know what Yui planned to do after this, nor did he care. As for the food issue, a boxer like him could fast for 2 days with little problem thanks to his training.
さて、ペースを上げるとするか。
Now then, I suppose I should pick up the pace. Majima opened his PDA's map and checked which direction he should head. Even with his roadwork trained legs, it would probably take him at least another 2 days to finish tracing the outer edges of the entire playing field.
できればその間に首輪が反応しない場所を見つけられればいいのだがな。
I hope I can find a spot where my collar doesn't react by then. That said, he had no guarantee such a hole in security existed. But Majima wasn't the type to give up halfway on something he'd started. If his efforts proved fruitless, all he had to do was come up with a different plan then. And then, just as Majima was about to take off,
あのバカ！
that idiot! Once he recognized that scream as Yui's, Majima sprinted off in her direction. The overgrown vegetation struck Majima all over, occasionally tugging at him so hard his face hurt. Majima paid no heed and continued kicking off the ground. Come on, just chill out.
やめてください。なんでこんなことするんですか？
Please stop! Why are you doing this?
どっちからだ？
Where are they? Majima could hear voices echoing through the trees, but couldn't tell which way they were from. Majima hastily came to a stop. And when he did, he heard the boy's vulgar voice coming from a mountain trail to the right side of the woods.
ゆいちゃんはさ、俺の持ってるドライバーが欲しいんだろ？
I thought you said need my screwdriver, Yui.
なのにただでってのはどうかと思うな。なんつうか、ちゃんとお礼をしてほしいっていうかさ。
So what, you thought I was gonna give it to you for free? Nah, I'm gonna need you to show some gratitude if you catch my drift.
嫌ですよ。このド変態。話してくださいってば。
I don't want to, you pervert! Please let me go! Majima dashed for the mountain trail once he pinpointed their location. When he got there, he saw a boy pushing Yui against a tree trunk.
やめろ！何をしているんだ！
Stop! What are you doing?
あ、誰だよあんた。
Huh? The hell are you?
真島さん、助けてくださいよ。なんかこの人が。
Majima, please help me! Something's not right with this guy!
んだよ。ゆいちゃん男連れだったのかよ。
What the hell? You already had a guy with you?
でもま、俺ってこういうシチュエーションもそんなに嫌いじゃないけどね。
Actually, on second thought, it's fine. This kind of situation has a certain appeal to it.
というわけで、そこのあんた、怪我したくなかったらそこでおとなしく見ててくんない？
So hey, you there. If you don't want to get hurt, just keep your mouth shut and watch, okay?
何をバカなことを！
Like hell.
あ、そう。
Oh, so that's how it is.
じゃあ邪魔できねえようにしてやるよ。
They'll make it so you can't get in the way. The boy charged straight at Majima with something in his hand. But from Majima's perspective, he was wide open. He launched a right straight directly into the boy's face without even thinking about it. Seriously? Was this boy truly all bark? Majima kept his guard up as he approached the boy, but it seemed his opponent was completely unconscious. A screwdriver was lying next to his hand. Did he actually plan on taking me on with something like this? The sheer rashness of it all exasperated Majima. All of a sudden, Yui threw herself at Majima. Thank you so much. Hey, stop it! Get your arms off me! I was so scared. I said let go. Hey, you're getting snot on me. Alright. Sheesh. At a loss for what to do with the crying Yui, Majima tried to tear her off him to calm her down, only for him to her to pound on his back. One second. Okay. Steyr GB. I believe that was the name of this gun. Tsukasa Mitsubayashi regarded the lump of iron and the parts that made up he found a while back he stood in the clinic in the abandoned village. Up until now, he never showed any particular interest in guns in his life. But now, he was curious about how useful and necessary they would be. A gun wouldn't fire any bullets as long as its user didn't pull the trigger. Meaning it wouldn't kill anyone unless it was pointed at them. Now if only she were that simple. He'd ordered Hitomi to patrol the village a while back. Now she tried to kill other players against his wishes. Tsukasa considered her nothing more than a rabid beast who knew only aggression. But what should I do? Even if I try to cut ties with her, I won't stand a chance with my abilities. Is getting a better grip on her my only option? I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Just then, Tsukasa heard an engine roar life outside. Oh brother, what set her off this time? Sorry, 1 second. Alright, back. Tsukasa's patience really was growing thin with her predictable behavior. With loaded gun in hand, Tsukasa headed for Hitomi's location.
Hitomi, どうしたの?
What is it, Hitomi?